John Candy was a giant of comedy, making us laugh until we cried. But to his children, Jennifer and Chris, he was simply Dad. Before he was a star, he was the man who tucked them in at night and made them laugh at the dinner table. To them, his most important role was being their dad. John Candy, a father first, a star second. That's his true legacy. Losing a parent young leaves a hole that never fully heals. For Jennifer and Chris, their dad was gone too soon. Watching his movies brought both joy and sadness, but time brings healing. The documentary John Candy, I Like Me offers a fresh way to connect with their father's memory, a journey to rediscover who he was. It's a tribute, a celebration, and a gift that keeps on giving. Watching a movie with someone you love creates a shared memory. But what if that person is in the movie? For Jennifer and Chris, their dad's films are like time capsules. They get to see his smile, hear his voice, and relive moments from their childhood. Some scenes are just funny to us, but for them, they're deeply personal. Jennifer recalls a scene in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, where her dad's character talks to his wife. It feels like he's talking to her mom. For her, it's a private moment made public, a piece of her dad on screen. Chris remembers being on set for Uncle Buck, watching his dad make giant pancakes. That scene is more than comedy. It's a memory of his father at work, creating magic. These moments are treasures, reminders of the man he was off-screen. The loving husband, the fun dad. The warmth and kindness we saw in his characters was just him being himself. He brought his true self to every role. For his children, these scenes are a direct line to their father, a way to feel close, to remember, and to celebrate the wonderful man he was. Each film holds memories only they can fully understand. The laughter on screen is a bridge to the love they shared. These movie moments are more than entertainment. They're family history. They keep his spirit alive in every frame. For Jennifer and Chris, every viewing is a reunion. And for us, it's a glimpse into the real John Candy. The magic of his movies is the magic of his life. And that magic lives on, in every laugh, every smile, every memory. To understand John Candy, you have to look at his past. The documentary I Like Me reveals a side of him few knew, his own childhood loss. John lost his father at just 5 years old, a loss that shaped his life. Growing up without a father figure gave him a deep sense of empathy and understanding. That experience is reflected in his performances, the kindness, the compassion. It also connects him to his own children, who lost their dad young too. Jennifer and Chris share a bond with their father through this shared experience of loss. It helps them understand his drive to be a present, loving dad. He wanted to give them the love he missed out on, and he did, pouring his heart into his family. The documentary shows how his childhood loss fueled his desire to be there for his kids. It's a heartbreaking, yet beautiful part of his story. It adds depth to the man we thought we knew. Behind the laughter was a man shaped by loss, determined to give his children what he never had. His empathy and love were born from his own pain. That's what made him so special, on screen and off. His story is one of resilience, love, and the power of family. It's a reminder that our past shapes us, but it doesn't define us. John Candy turned his pain into love, and that love became his greatest legacy. When someone you love is gone, memories become precious. But what if you could create new memories through old films? For Jennifer, watching her father's movies is a way to keep experiencing moments with him. As a child, his movies were just part of life. Now, she sees them with new eyes. She appreciates his talent, notices the nuances, and discovers the creative side of her dad. Rewatching his films helps her imagine moments they could have shared. It's a way to continue their story, to fill in the gaps left by his absence. The movies become a bridge between past and present. It's a creative way to grieve, finding joy in what remains. For Jennifer, her dad's work is a gift that keeps him close. It allows her to continue her conversation with him, to feel his presence. His legacy isn't just in the films, it's in the ongoing relationship she has with his memory. Each viewing is a new memory, a new connection. The power of his spirit endures, alive in every scene. Through his movies, she keeps building memories, and that's a beautiful way to remember. Having a famous parent is a double-edged sword. For Chris and Jennifer, growing up as John Candy's children meant living in the public eye. Their grief was shared by millions, making it hard to mourn privately. They had to find their own paths, separate from their father's legacy. Chris became an actor, facing constant comparisons, but he's forged his own career with grace. Jennifer found her way in television and now helps preserve her father's legacy. Both have embraced their last name, using it to spread the joy and kindness their father was known for. They honor his memory by being true to themselves. Carrying the Candy name is a challenge, but also a privilege. They don't run from it. They use it to keep his spirit alive. Their journey is about more than living up to a legacy. It's about creating their own. They are guardians of his story, sharing it with love and respect. The world sees John Candy's children, but they are so much more. They are individuals, shaped by his love, but defined by their own choices. Their story is one of resilience, identity, and pride. They carry the weight of fame with dignity. And in doing so, they keep his legacy vibrant and alive. The Candy name continues to mean laughter, kindness, and heart. Grief isn't a straight line, it changes over time. For Chris and Jennifer, their relationship with grief has evolved. Early on, watching their father's movies was too painful, a reminder of what they'd lost. But as years passed, those films became a source of comfort. Chris can now enjoy his dad's movies, laugh at the jokes, and appreciate the performances. It's a sign of healing, a way to connect with his father's memory. Many who've lost loved ones know this journey, reminders that once hurt can become sweet. For the Candy children, their father's films are now a celebration of his life and spirit. They share his work with their own children, keeping his memory alive for a new generation. The grief remains, but it's transformed, coexisting with joy, pride, and gratitude. John Candy lives on through his films, his family, and the love he left behind. The pain of loss never fully disappears, but it becomes part of a larger story. A story of resilience, remembrance, and love. Now, every laugh is a tribute, every viewing a celebration. His legacy is not just in what he did, but in how he's remembered. The Candy family's journey with grief is universal, pain giving way to pride and connection. Through their healing, they show us the enduring power of love. Grief changes, but love remains. And that love keeps John Candy's spirit alive, in every heart he touched, and in every smile he inspired. We loved John Candy for his characters, but who was the man behind them? The documentary and his children's stories reveal a thoughtful, sensitive soul. Comedy was a big part of him, but not the whole story. His performances were special because they came from a place of real kindness. He wasn't just telling jokes, he was sharing what it means to be human. Kindness is the word everyone uses to describe him. Co-stars, friends, and especially family. He treated everyone with respect, drawing people in with his warmth. Despite his fame, he stayed grounded and real. His children remember him as a dedicated family man, always putting them first. He chose to raise his family away from Hollywood's chaos, giving them a normal childhood. He was hands-on, involved, and present. This was his greatest role, the one that mattered most. The documentary's title, I Like Me, comes from a line in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. It speaks to self-acceptance and love, qualities that defined John Candy. He was comfortable in his own skin, and he shared that goodness with everyone. His legacy isn't just laughter, it's the example he set as a person. He was a superstar who never acted like one. He was a father, a friend, and a genuinely good man. That's the real John Candy, the man behind the laughter, and the reason we still love him. His spirit lives on in every story, every smile, every memory. What is a legacy? For John Candy, it's more than awards or movies. It's the laughter he created, the joy he spread, and the warmth he shared. His work stands the test of time, just as funny and touching today as ever. His legacy lives on through his family, Jennifer and Chris, the keepers of his memory. They ensure the world remembers not just the comedian, but the man and the father. The documentary I Like Me lets us revisit his life and feel that joy again. It's a celebration of a life filled with purpose and love. John Candy's story is one of connection, through humor, heart, and family. His work brings people together, making us laugh and reminding us of kindness. That's a legacy that lasts forever. Love and laughter, shining brightly thanks to the man who gave it to us, and the family who keeps it alive. His story continues in every smile he inspires. That's the true measure of a legacy. And John Candy's will never fade.